And it continues. Hey, it's Marshmallow back with a new video. This video, it has to do with Aaron, but it's mainly about his family. Hand to God, I didn't think I would have to make something like this, and I did say that I was going to keep an eye on Melanie, but this is a whole new ball game that I should have expected. Well, the bad part. So half of this video is going to be really positive because I want to talk about the Songs for Tomorrow event that Angel and Nick had in honor of Aaron. I watched that this morning, and ooh, here's a little clip.
I'm a mess right now. And I look so gross and chubby, and I need a black and white filter, I think. I'm using Snapchat, I don't even care. Hi, buddy, I'm okay. I'm just emo right now. I'm emo. I love you. Thank you. I'm just emotional. Oh, I can't.
Yeah. But then the other half, I have to talk about Jane, their mother. And let me tell you, I'm about to go off because this woman is doing... if you were just watching this video to hear about the event, you can go to this time. If not, here we go. Okay, so Jane Carter. Listen. Before I talk about what's been going on with her, I do want to say I understand that she is a grieving mother, and I understand there's stages of grieving. However, the way she's acting is ridiculous. I truly feel that Aaron is watching this and doesn't like it. You know, the Aaron that we all saw the last couple of years, him not being sober, he fed into this. You know, he riled it up. But I know, just from being a fan of Aaron in the past, sober Aaron didn't like this kind of stuff from what I saw. Now, because he is not suffering anymore, Aaron looking down, I guarantee he doesn't like what his mom is doing. I guarantee it. I'd put money on it, actually. So if you didn't know, her and Nick, actually her and all of the kids have had a very rocky relationship because she blasted her boys to stardom, tried to do it with Leslie, but she didn't get as big as Nick and Aaron did. Her and her late husband, oh my God, I always want to say his name is Charles. Why do I always want to call him Charles? Bob. Sorry. They literally stole Aaron's money. He had to file for bankruptcy because his parents took all of his money, and they tried doing it with Nick as well. And there's other stuff that they both did that Nick had to walk away. Angel did as well. Not sure about BJ. I know she has talked about kind of back and forth. Leslie, I do believe, was very close to both of her parents. Aaron was always kind of back and forth as well. Even the last few years. I mean, he left his mom on the side of a freaking highway. Jane has been going off on Facebook being hella disrespectful. Why is she doing this again? She either really doesn't deal with death well, and listen, I am the type that I don't deal with death well at all, or she's just trying to bring her children down, and I don't understand that whatsoever. If you recall, she did this before, right before Nick and Lauren's wedding. It was on his TV show, I Heart Nick Carter. I didn't watch it, but I've seen clips, and it was disgusting. I scoured the internet and I either suck at it or it's just, you can't find it. I could not find the original Facebook post from back then because I think that was like 2014, I think. And I couldn't find the clip of Nick reading those Facebook posts. So I had to buy an episode, a random episode of I Heart Nick Carter, just to get the information to read it to y'all. I remember the whole post was very long, and I'm sure she had multiple posts, but this is the part that he read, and I'm not going to put the clip online because YouTube wouldn't allow me to screen record it. So
Leslie specifically asked him for help when she was having her issues with prescription medications. He turned her away. Did not bleep. Nick has millions. I don't ask him for a dime, but I did ask him to help Les, which he did not do. Now she's dead. All I am saying is perhaps a little intervention, hypocrite. Maybe, just maybe, that would have made the difference between life and death for her. And that is what he and Lauren, who are part of this, have to live with for the rest of their very privileged lives.
Can you imagine doing this as a mom? I know I'm not a mom, but I can't. Even if she thinks and feels it, which is messed up, but don't post it. It's so immature and hateful. At the end of the day, Nick is your son. You gave birth to him. Like, really? You carried him for 9 months. That's your child. Whether you're on good terms or not, I don't understand it. Well, Clearly, she did not learn her lesson. I mean, he read that shit on his reality TV show with Lauren. I do believe it was a pretty popular TV show. And I do believe that they talked about issues with Jane in House of Carters. Girl, lady, woman, bitch, do you not learn your lesson? Hello? No, she does not. I'm going to read some of the posts. There's a lot, and I'm not going to read all of them. A lot of it's repeated, and I just don't have time for it. Y'all can just go to her Facebook page and read it here. But I do want to read some of it because some of it really stands out to me, and it's like, what? Okay, November 28th, 2022.
Wow, I've been silent for a while. My baby boy is dead.
And she says this a lot.
I'm grieving.
And that's fine. But these ones that I'm about to read, even for a grieving woman, I just don't think you should talk to your other children like this or talk about them like this. Again, I'm not in her shoes, but they're also grieving the loss of their brother. So,
Melanie loved Erin. I know she'll be a great mom.
well, we all hope so, but another one that she posts a lot was
Nick didn't call. Nick didn't even call me.
whatever.
Everyone tells me to shut up to preserve Nick's career and reputation. No more.
That is not why people want you to shut up. To save Nick's career. No, because it's disrespectful.
I was hoping for our family reconciliation. Did not happen.
You wonder why?
They monitor everything I say.
Jane, I don't know if you realize this or not, but it's the internet and this is public. I just want to let you know that little secret. Shh.
I can't wait to expose.
This is all in one day, and there was more that day, but this literally reminds me of when I would be hella drunk and posting on Facebook or tweeting all the time. This is what it reminds me of, and it also reminds me of someone I know that has an alcohol problem on and off. When they drink and they're drunk, they text me like 20 texts in a minute. It's crazy. So I would assume that Jane's drunk, but I don't know.
Nick hasn't reached out to me, his mother, since Leslie died. Kevin Richardson didn't even know Erin's real age.
Isn't Nick like 40 or something like that now? 41? I'm pretty sure he knows that Erin is the younger brother. Like, I just think he messed up on his words. He said he was 43 and he's 34. The numbers mixed. Maybe he didn't realize it. Nick just seemed way too distraught to be like, hey, Kevin. No, he's 34. I feel like if he would have caught it, he would have been like, oh, my bad. Calm down, Jane. Calm down.
My poor son Erin was used at his death by Backstreet Boys.
So now it's not okay that his own brother and people that he grew up with that helped him with his career and loved him like a little brother, it's not okay that they spoke about Erin. Like, they're not allowed to say rest in peace or share memories or sing a song for him. Like, are you kidding me? Are you going to say that about everyone or just Backstreet Boys because you're not getting Nick's money anymore? Just wondering.
Hey, Lauren, Nick, Lori Nolker. I hope you will have fun monitoring this. Nick, your brother.
Bitch, use the wrong your. I'm reading it as Nick, you are. Ugh. But that's not the point.
Nick, your brother is dead. Is that what you wanted? He was trying to contact you. Now all you care about is you.
I don't have to know Nick personally to know he did not want this to happen. He did not want to have to say R.I.P. Erin. He did not want to have to cry those tears because his brother passed away. He did not want this. No one did. Only sick, evil fucks wanted something like this to happen. Nick didn't want this to happen. But it's okay to have boundaries. Sometimes you have to have boundaries, especially with someone who's an addict. And it's valid why Nick and Angel had to create boundaries. I understand that. People had to make boundaries with me. And I, since getting sober, have had to make boundaries with people who are struggling with addiction. And also, it's all you care about is you. So him helping to raise over $150,000 for charity, for mental health awareness, that's all about him? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I can't. She also had some beef with Lori Knight, who's Nick's manager, and I do believe Erin's old manager, but she still very much cares about Erin and wanted the best for him. But Jane really does not like her for some reason. She posted texts that Lori sent her and posted her response to Lori.
This woman inserted herself into my family's life. She was first obsessed with Erin, and when she lost that, she moved on to Angel and ultimately Nick. He was the prize. Now Erin is dead. Do you think she gives a damn?
Yes, I do think she gives a damn.
No ill will. What a bitch. My son is dead.
Could you say that again? You're typing it over and over and over again. I wouldn't be able to. Like, don't word it like that, bro. This one kind of confused me.
She works for Nick. Aaron told me. It's disgusting.
Why is it disgusting?
Unfortunately, I am poor. I would love to have an attorney that would help me get justice for my son.
Justice for what? If he passed away from a drug overdose and it ended up being drugs that were laced with fentanyl, then hell yeah, take that dealer down. Take the person that sold it to him down. But addiction kills. Plus, having mental illness on top of it, it kills. We need to just make this whole fucking world take mental illness and addiction more seriously. But I don't know what this justice thing is. I really don't know what the hell she's talking about. But the I am poor part is exactly what stood out to me. Money, 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 money. Always about money with Jane.
You, Angel, and Nick can live forever on the World Wide Web for what you collectively did to Aaron, which was not love him.
And that's bullshit. We all tried our hardest, especially them though. I am not gonna sit here and say that I did as much as Nick and Angel, Lori and Lena, and even others like Biddy. Oh my God, I'm blanking. There's so many people that tried, and because they either had to create distance or they spoke out about what he was doing and called him out, tried to hold him accountable, that doesn't mean we didn't care for him and want him to get help. We all tried. They especially tried. I mean, Lena said how the one time they went to the cops and the cops literally said, it's not illegal to be crazy. Nick took his brother to rehab. Lori, from what I've been told, she's been working her ass off to help Aaron too. I just wanted to, oh God, what did you do, Jane? Please, what did you do? I'm not going to point blame at Jane either, but like, fuck, man, they cared. And it's killing them inside now.
Yes, he was an addict. Yes, he had mental illness. It's the same for so many, but did he deserve to be killed?
No one deserves to be killed by drugs. I don't think someone did this to him. Unless it was laced with fentanyl. That's a different story, like I said.
I need Florida bro bono ASAP. Contact me, rear. I just told Angel and Nick how I really feel. She said I'm toxic. I'm just honest.
Even though you're speaking what you're feeling doesn't mean you're not toxic. But I could only imagine what she said to them.
Get ready, everybody on Nick's camp monitoring me. This show is just getting started.
That is real mature and motherly of her. Gosh, what a role model. Getting all hyped up to start a shit show for your children. Great.
They said shut up. I have done that for years out of respect for Nick. He didn't have the decency to call me his mother when Aaron died.
Respect? Do you not recall everything? Like, what? The Facebook post before the wedding and the live streams you do with Aaron where you literally said that Nick was essayed by Lou Pearlman. That's not respect for your son. Nick never came out and said that. That's his story if that's true. That's just fucked up. You don't say that. You're a mom. Are you kidding me? That's your son.
Nick never called me to give any condolences. Melanie did. She knew Aaron wanted to reconcile with Nick. She was trying to facilitate that, and now he's dead.
I believe that Mel's focus was to get to Nick. Maybe not romantically, but for clout.
Nick Carter, Anna, Lori Nolker Knight. They were never there for Aaron. They certainly could have been. Why is the question. Greed? Envy?
Imagine saying fuck your son or your daughter.
Seriously, why did a multimillionaire like Nick Carter diss not only me, his mom, who made High a superstar, but have a talented little brother who idolized him, just let him die? All Aaron ever wanted was to be there with Nick. Why didn't the BSB embrace him? Early Ion. They were jealous.
The spelling in this, my God. It's just garbage. I mean, even AJ had a TMZ interview where he said he's reached out to Aaron and he wants to do lunch with him to kind of make sure he was doing okay.
Multimillionaire Nick.
Why? Okay.
Multimillionaire Nick and Angel insisted on cremating Aaron, which I did not want to do.
Okay, but did Aaron express that he wanted to be cremated one day? Because that could possibly have been a conversation that he had when they were all very close. Like maybe Aaron expressed how he doesn't want to be buried. He wants to be cremated. It could have been something he wished for.
Aaron was murdered. Me and Melanie will find out the truth. I will get justice for him. Obviously, Nick and Angel don't care because they were estranged. I guarantee you that Lauren Kitt and Lori Knight want his death to go away. Keep that celebrity money machine going for y'all. I don't need the money or publicity. All I ever wanted was a family that had success and could live a nice life. You killed him off.
Okay. Let me make one thing clear. Just because you are estranged from a family member does not mean you don't love them and you don't want what's best for them. I'm just saying, the family member that I'm currently estranged from, I love them. I do. I absolutely love them. And I always will, because they're family and they were always more like a sibling to me than anything, you know? But you're allowed to create boundaries if you feel like you need to, if there's good reasons for it. Sometimes it's about, you know what? I have to take care of myself. I love you and I'll love you from a distance and I will do what I can for you, but I have to protect my own mental health. She doesn't want the money or publicity. Literally, it's attached to your name. Everyone knows you took your children's money. You wanted the fame more than they did. You killed them off.
I think it's terrible that Angel and Nick didn't invite Melanie to the concert this week in LA to supposedly celebrate his life. Looks like they are cashing in. Lena Valentina, Aaron's ex-girlfriend, became best friends with Angel and Nick. Go figure. Lena Valentina got invited to Nick and Angel's supposed mental awareness event. Not me, not Melanie. I am very disappointed with their choices. Don't forget, I am a writer, New York Times bestseller. Also, I believe in God.
You could have fooled me about the writer thing and the God thing. Just saying. I mean, you can't even spell. Your grammar's not great. And what does that even mean? I mean, you just randomly threw that in there. And Lena is a good person. She has done a lot to try to help Aaron. When they were together, I think Aaron was at his best when he was sober. I think Aaron still very much loved Lena. I really, truly do.
Aaron loved me. He paid for me to my medical because I had no insurance. He was my best child. Nick hasn't spoken to me since he married Lauren Kitt. I hope it was worth it. You neglected your brother all these years and now he's dead.
He was my best child. Nice mom. That's so nice of you to say. What mother says that? Like I said, I 100% understand that she is grieving. This is her second child that she's lost, but it doesn't give her... Bugsy. Where are my packages here? No one's even here. Calm down. Hi, Elvis. How can you talk and post all this horrible stuff and expect everything to be okay? How are you confused why your children want nothing to do with you? What are you doing? What are you doing? My cat's trying to climb the wall. She cannot be that dumb. Delusional for sure, but there's no way she's that dumb. Maybe she is. I don't know. But I think this whole temper tantrum is about money. I really do. I am very pink. And I don't think pink looks good on me at all. Anyways, so I was going to upload this video today. But then I went on Jane's Facebook and saw that she has posted more. So let's continue the madness with Jane Carter's Facebook.
I'm grateful that Aaron's true fans are watching my posts, but remember, Nick, Angel, Lauren, Lori are all watching everything I post. They have the money and the power. I only have the truth in the written word.
Your posts are public, dude. And a lot of people are talking about this stuff. True fans.
Now he's dead. Dead. I can't believe that they are so excited about this stupid event and still stupid song to act like they actually cared. They didn't. Me and Melanie have to pick up the pieces now. Poor Aaron. All he wanted was to be loved.
Yes, I do believe that Aaron did want to be loved. Addicts are hurting inside. You know, when I was an addict, I just wanted to be loved. I just wanted to feel better about a lot of different things like trauma and whatnot. Again, I wanted to see him get sober and be happy and be lovable again. But do not forget that Aaron was not a saint. I'll get back to that, but for her to be like, stupid event, stupid song. That event was in honor of Aaron and for a good cause. That song was Nick pouring his heart and soul out for Aaron. I don't think that it was for clout.
Angel and Nick knew that Aaron needed help. What did they do? Obviously, they had the money to really step in and help him, but they chose to go on with their perfect, quote-unquote, Hollywood lives and ignore what they really should have done. Save Aaron. If they really cared about mental health awareness, then why did they not do that when they could have?
They have tried, probably more than we know.
Write a song? Shame on you all. He's dead. All he wanted was your love. You put a restraining order on him publicly. What the F? You could have called him or visited him in person to talk it over.
Yeah, because that's really safe. Listen, it is very, very sad that he passed away. But like I said, he was not a saint. How safe would that have been? He literally said that he had thoughts of killing Lauren and her unborn baby. What would you do? You're telling me that you would go over and talk it over? Not me. I would be protecting myself, and that's what they did. As soon as I heard that, they got a restraining order. And with all the guns, he was out of his mind. And yes, had to do with the drugs. Yes, had to do with the mental illness, but that was not safe. He was not safe to be around, especially at that time. I believe that they thought the restraining order would kind of wake him up, but
It's really so sad that something like this would not bring a family together to love and support each other. Unfortunately, it's about the money. It always has been. Nick has the money. He thinks that's all we want from him. We don't.
you are such a hypocrite, Jane. You really are. You are crying on Facebook saying, why isn't the family together? I can't believe this. Da da da. Hello. And God knows what Jane is trying to say to like TMZ or Radar Online or like people in her personal life. Who knows? If my mom was posting stuff like that on Facebook about me, I would be really upset and hurt and mad. I would have my distance too. Jane, you keep saying the money doesn't matter. Multimillionaire Nick, we don't want your money. Okay, if money doesn't matter, why the hell do you keep talking about it so much?
Nick was too worried about his own career to care about his own brother.
Just because Nick isn't going online all the time, bashing each other, talking about family issues and drama, just because he's not doing that like Aaron did and what you're still doing, doesn't mean he didn't care. He just was keeping it in. He said what he had to, saying, you know, he unfortunately had to get a restraining order and yada yada. I guarantee with Nick and Angel both, they constantly thought of Aaron, especially having to see everything he was doing on live and online.
This will be karma. Aaron wants me to fight for him. Yes, he was abusing drugs, but he didn't expect to die. I warned him so much. Melanie too.
The addict mind, most of the time, is I'm invincible. I will never die from this. This will never kill me. And then you do have moments where you're like, maybe I will die. Who knows? You know what I mean? I know for me, sometimes I think about it, sometimes I didn't. It was always a gamble every day, a roll of the dice, Russian roulette. Even addicts before they start using, I know I was like this. I would never use drugs. Okay, I use this drug, but I would never use it this way. Okay, I used it this way, but I'll never use it this way. And then you do. Obviously, Aaron isn't going to sit online and say, or tell you, Jane, I know I'm going to die from this. Maybe he would have if he was ready to get help, but he wasn't. He was so deep in denial. But you warned him. Did you, Jane? Did you really? Or is that why you're so angry, blaming everyone else but yourself because you actually didn't say anything to him? And Melanie, constantly buying Gucci this, Gucci that. They both were making money from OF and from live streams and yada yada. I don't believe they were as rich as they claimed that they were, but they had money. They had something. So Melanie, why didn't you fork up the cash to put Aaron in inpatient rehab? Please explain. Melanie and Jane and all of his shitty friends that were around, all these people he latched onto that didn't try to help at all. From what I've seen, obviously. We don't know what goes behind closed doors, but I can imagine.
What kind of horrible mom keeps her sonogram?
That is the dumbest thing I've ever read. Okay, so what was his name? Chris Watts? He killed his children and his wife, but he probably still had baby pictures of his kids. Does that make him a terrific dad? No, I don't think so. Or that, oh my God. Hey, babe. Was that,
She's on heroin.
was that Casey Anthony? Okay, thank you. Or how about Casey Anthony? Do you think she had sonograms and baby pictures of her daughter? Probably. Is she a wonderful mom? No. So that is the dumbest argument I've ever seen. Like, cool. Congrats. That doesn't mean you didn't make mistakes. Oh, I can't. Okay, so before anyone says anything, I just want to clarify that I was not comparing Jane to Chris Watts and Casey Anthony. Maybe I used a bad example because obviously Jane didn't do anything like they did. But my point was, just because you keep a sonogram doesn't mean that you were the perfect mom or you're not a horrible mom. Do I think Actually, yeah. I was just going to say, do I think she's horrible? Yeah, actually, I do. She's not top tier horrible, but she is in that horrible category. Point is, just because you keep pictures of a fucking sonogram doesn't mean you were Mother of the Year. You're far from it, honey. I hate to tell you. Just saying. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there before people were like,
Really? She's comparing them to Chris Watts and Casey Anthony? She's dumb.
no. I just really couldn't think of another example. Those two popped in my head, so.
They were all my babies before I shared them with the world.
That's what you wanted though, right? Again, she wanted the fame more than her kids did.
Wow, it's so amazing that I'm being followed. It's not good though. Lori Knight is doing the same thing that she, Lena, Angel, and Nick did to Aaron to me now. I have proof of everything.
So put your shit on private. Duh. Also, there was a comment earlier in the video about Lori. She inserted herself into my family. I think based on her text saying that she has been in the Carter's lives for 25 years, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, y'all can check me, but is Lori the one that stepped in to be management when Jane and Bob were out? That's why Jane doesn't like her. I guarantee it. Because Jane and Bob were trying to take the kids' money, their baby boy's money. So Lori helped. She stepped in and Jane was mad about it. Still mad about it.
They act like he didn't matter. Like it's okay to let someone just die instead of reaching out to help him.
Let me just ask a question. If Nick and or Angel came up to him with cash saying, we're going to put you in rehab, do you think Aaron would go? And if he'd go, do you think he would have stayed? And if he stayed, do you think he would have worked the programs? Genuinely, being an addict, yes, you can be pushed into like a rehab, like if he was mandated rehab, but he would have to have that clarity. And maybe he would have. I don't know. I just don't know if he would have taken the offer or if he would have still just been in denial, or I don't know. But you cannot blame Nick and Angel for this. You just can't. You can try all you want, but you can't. It's bullshit.
Not Team Angel, not Team Nick, not Team Lori Nolker Knight.
Not Team Jane or Melanie or Check the Star or all those fucking idiots. Okay. Anyways.
For Prince.
Oh boy.
For Prince. BTW, Angel Carter and Nick can just forget about any relationship with me anymore. Melanie and all Aaron's true friends and his surrogate family have truly been there for him and for me through my grief. We are all working together to get justice for Aaron, and they totally support my posts. So it's very good to have people that love and support you when you're down. I wish it could have been different with the blood relatives, but they really haven't been around for years. Aaron was. We spoke all the time. He was there for me and I for him.
First of all, why does it say for Prince? Why? I couldn't imagine them ever wanting to have a relationship with Jane after this and everything else. I'd be shocked as hell if I saw a new picture with them together. Jane, you're burning bridges. Like, you are just burying yourself. You're making it so much worse for you. If you ever think you're gonna have a relationship with them, you're wrong. Who the fuck were his true friends? Please tell me. And of course, Melanie and all these true friends Aaron had, of course they support your posts because they're full of negativity and toxicity and drama as well. And they clearly don't see the wrong they did in Aaron's life too. So you're gonna play that Nick and Angel weren't there for him and he passed away from drugs. So you being there for him, he still passed away from drugs and mental illness.
Melanie is grieving too. It's just so sad. Please be supportive.
Make me. No.
Please be supportive. She's got a long, lonely road ahead of her. She's a good person who tried to save him. No doubt in my mind.
No.
The first call I got was from my daughter, Angel. She said he was found drowned in the pool. How do you get from the pool to the tub? OMG.
See, when I got the text and then the phone call about Aaron passing away, I also heard pool as well. There was one article that said pool too. And then it came out that it was the bathtub. Did Angel actually go to the house and see? I don't know. But she was also in shock. Her twin brother was found dead. And maybe at first they weren't going to say it was a tub. Or she was just a basket case and accidentally said pool. Or maybe before she got there, someone told her it was the pool. To try to use that as an agenda for, I don't know. It's fucked up. She also posted a text conversation between her and Aaron. And I will say that Aaron has always seemed to be the very forgiven one for his mom. My dad always says, you only get one mom in this world. And then she's gone, don't regret it. I always take that to heart, always, for both of my parents, no matter what. I think Aaron was the same way in a lot of ways. Even though his mom fucked him over so many times, upset him or hurt him or whatever, he always forgave her and gave her a chance. And I do admire that, I do. But again, I understand why Nick and Angel do not want to be involved with Jane. I understand that as well. But that's where I can relate with Aaron. Although my parents are definitely not like Jane. Whew. They actually know how to keep family drama and everything off the internet. Unlike another family member that likes to talk shit on my mom on
The reason I'm talking now is because I've been told to be quiet for years from Angel and that side of the family. They tortured him. They did not make his mental illness better with love and support. Instead, they put restraining orders on him publicly and tried to humiliate him.
That side of the family. Those are your kids. Like, what? Angel is your daughter. Nick is your son. That side of the family. Bitch, excuse me. That's all the same family, dummy. Yes, they did come out and say publicly that they had to put a restraining order on him. That's on them. That was their decision. But Aaron also talked about it a lot when he wasn't supposed to. They left it alone after that publicly. Yeah, like Lauren talked to Gamble, and obviously there are some comments, but they didn't try to humiliate him. Unfortunately, Aaron did that to himself with all the lives. And again, yes, I know he was under the influence 99.9% of the time. And yes, he had mental illness issues. And Jane, you're doing the same thing now. You're humiliating Aaron and yourself.
Of course, it's because of the allegations that he made upon Nick. Honestly, I wasn't there to witness that period of his life because I was no longer allowed in his life because of Bob Carter and the divorce.
I knew she was going to bring that up. I'm surprised she's being like this about it, honestly. I thought that Jane was going to go off of making up stuff or confirming or God knows what. But now, like, I can picture it. She's going to say, it's Bob's fault. Here we go. Shift the blame on everyone else. I actually know his name now. Bob, not Charles.
And TMZ is totally Team Nick and Angel. Every story I've given them has been edited down to their favor. Yeah, TMZ, calling out your fake media. You have swayed everything I tell you to BSB and Nick's favor. I still have a voice.
Jane, I hate to tell you this, but this stuff and your reputation does not help. I'm sure they're taking everything you say with a grain of salt, and I don't blame them because I'm doing the same. Okay, so all of that I just read today and all of the other posts that I read previously, plus more that I did not read, she posted this.
Happy birthday to my first son, Nicholas Gene Carter. 43 years ago, I gave birth to a very beautiful child.
Oh my God. Wow. That right there tells me so much about what they dealt with growing up and what they still deal with. You're going to say, fuck Nick, not Team Nick. Nick is the reason why Leslie passed away. He wouldn't help her. Nick is the reason why Aaron passed away. He wouldn't help. Nick did this. Nick did that. Nick doesn't care. Nick never called me. Yada, yada, yada. And then you're going to say, happy birthday to my Nicholas Jean, beautiful child. Are you kidding me? Manipulation 101. That mind fucks me. And I'm just Marshmallow. I'm not in that family. I couldn't believe that. I was editing my video and then I'm like, oh, let me see if she's posted anything else. And I saw that. That was the first one that I saw because that was her last post. I'm sure she's posting as we speak. I'm sorry. She also clearly has addiction issues. I shouldn't make comments like that, but it pisses me off that a mother could do that. I say this all the time, but I would do anything to be a mom. Even if I had a falling out with my child, which I would never intend that to happen. I would never use my children. I would never talk to them like this. But even if I did have like a falling out with my child, I wouldn't say a fucking bad word about them. Not ever. That is your son. That is your daughter. Grow up. But no, you're not going to. You're just going to continue to bury yourself. You're going to continue to burn bridges and you're going to continue to make a total ass out of yourself. Okay. Good day, sir. I think that's it. Also, I'm very, very sorry that this video is a day later than I wanted and that it's longer now, thanks to Jane Carter. Mama Jane. But this right here is why I did not talk about Check the Star and I really didn't touch on Melanie too much. I have a whole video coming out about Check the Star. Yes, Check. It's your time. I did not realize that Jane was actually talking a lot of crap about Melanie for a minute. She posted these that I did not see. So she must have deleted them when Melanie spoke out. And now Jane is talking so much good stuff about Melanie. That's weird. Jane, you think you're sneaky. You think that you're just wiping it off the internet. But honey, just so before I get to the event stuff, I do have to bring this up. I hate that I have to add this, but it is relevant because I'm waiting for Jane to put her 2 cents in. And I have my theories. Another person came out of the woodwork saying that Nick essayed them back in 2001. She is autistic and has cerebral palsy. One of the things in the article was that he called her like a R word, the derogatory term for someone with special needs, you know. Supposedly, she said that he called her a bitch and then left bruises on her and forced things, you know what I mean? Like, I know today's whole motto in society is you need to believe all victims, and most of the time I do. I totally understand that it absolutely sucks being a real victim and having someone like say that it wasn't true. The jerk off that essayed me and went to jail for it, he went around telling my friends and even my ex, who was my boyfriend at the time, that it never happened, that I made it all up. And then I had someone online, I made a Me Too video that I had taken down because it just triggered me. Someone on there was like,
It's your fault you were essayed. It's your fault that you were molested as a child. It's your fault that you were essayed as a teenager. It's your fault that someone was grooming you. It's your fault that you were...
My fault. Yeah, it sucks. I get it. But it also sucks being a real victim and having friends and family that are real victims. And then they see and hear stories about people making it up because, believe it or not, people can and do lie about these things. It's sick and twisted, but people do. And yeah, maybe that's real shit for me to say, but I don't know. And it is shitty to be a victim and see the person that did it to you have no consequences. You don't have your justice. I mean, the guy that essayed me went to jail, but the other ones didn't. And no repercussion at all. And that guy only spent a couple months in jail and didn't have to file for Megan's Law. And that sucks. So I emphasize I understand all that. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, there are people that lie. Again, I'm not trying to be like a whole huge Nick Carter fan. Like, oh my God, I love Backstreet Boys, so obviously Nick's innocent. No, I just find it awfully fishy. And I get it. Some people, they take a long time to come out and talk about it. But coming up now, as soon as Aaron passes away and Jane starts all this stuff, adding more stuff up, or a crazy LMG. And I have heard through the grapevine that this person has admitted to someone that he never did anything. So, of course, that is alleged. I don't know, but yeah. Ew. I'm sure there are people that are like, wow, what a bitch for saying that. I get it, but I'm not necessarily saying she's lying. I don't know. I wasn't there. Just the things that I do know of the situation. I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit and saying,
Yes, it does suck when people don't believe you. Yes, it does suck when the person that essayed you has no repercussions. Yes, it does suck being a victim and seeing people lie.
Or just seeing people lie in general. You don't have to be a victim. It's shitty, you know? So I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just, you know. Now, if Nick is guilty for this or for the washed up pop star, nobody trying to hold on to fame and money, oh my bad, Melissa Schumann, then yes, he should face the consequences. He should get his karma. However, I don't know. I just hope that the truth comes out one way or the other. So one more thing before I get to the event. Apparently, Melanie and Aaron's estate is being sued. Let me read part of the article real quick.
The estate of Aaron Carter and his fiancée Melanie Martin are listed in a new lawsuit filed by Sterile Pros LLC, who did work at their Lancaster home last year. In court documents, the biohazardous remediation company is seeking thousands from the late singer's estate. A mechanic's lien
I can't say that word.
Has been placed on a home that Aaron and Melanie shared in Lancaster. Sterile Pros LLC is claiming lien for
I can't say that word.
labor, services, equipment, and or materials upon the premises and upon every estate or interest in such structures and improvements. The amount, $33,598.70.
There's more to the article, but I want to start talking about the event because the event's really cool. Unfortunately, addicts spend their money on drugs and they put everything else dead last. When they pass away or if they go to jail or something like that, you know, unfortunately they leave messes like this behind. And I do think that Melanie should help. She was a partner of 50-50 with that home. I mean, I think she should. She should at least do maybe half of it. If they do owe money, yes, it needs paid. But I am going to play devil's advocate here because why wasn't something like that paid up front? I really don't know how that works with biohazardous remediation. I don't know, but any kind of work that I've ever had done on our home since we started owning it, we had to pay up front. Or like with our roof, we had to put like $7,000 down and then the other $7,000 later or something like that. I don't know. That's weird. Melanie might be getting sued. Bitch. Okay, I want to talk about the event because I watched it this morning and let me tell you. I was a mess. I have gotten teary-eyed and I've gotten real sad when I found out that Aaron passed. Seeing certain pictures, posts, watching Nick's music video. However, I have not cried until this morning when they played Recovery. But I'll get to that in a second. Yesterday, Wednesday the 18th, Angel actually put on a benefit with the help of some of her famous friends and her famous brother, a benefit for mental health awareness in honor of Aaron. It was called Songs for Tomorrow. It was in Hollywood and they raised more than $150,000 for On Our Sleeves. It's a movement to improve and protect children's mental health. I think that is an absolute beautiful way to honor, celebrate, and remember him. So it was Angel, Nick, obviously, Lance Bass from NSYNC, AJ from Backstreet Boys, someone from O-Town, Jeff from 98 Degrees. There are a few others that I didn't know. I guess Lena was there as well. Quick little disclaimer. In all of my videos, I always post video clips of whatever I'm talking about. And originally, I was going to do that with this video. I was going to post clips of the event. But I decided not to, and I decided to only post pictures and describe the event because this video is already so damn long. I'm trying to keep it under an hour because y'all don't want to watch me for an hour. It's already close. You poor things, you. Angel and Lance came out and they played my favorite song by Aaron called Recovery. It was never released and it should have been. That is when I started crying like a baby. Here is the full clip of me this morning after watching it.
I'm a mess right now. And I look so gross and chubby. I need a black and white filter, I think. I'm using Snapchat, I don't even care. Okay, so I'm a mess right now. And that's why I'm using a Snapchat filter. I don't even care. And I don't like to film myself crying, but I also want to be real. God, I look like a mess. I don't even care, though. I just woke up. And I'm... Ooh, oh my God. Oh, so I was watching and getting clips, because I'm going to film today. I took a mental health day. Yeah, just have a day off from work. I started watching videos from the Songs for Tomorrow. They played my favorite Aaron song that was never released, but I remember I ripped the audio from that YouTube video and put it on my iPod. It hits me super hard, and I haven't listened to it in a very long time since I started making Aaron videos. Oh man, it got me. I've gotten a little teary-eyed. Oh my God, why? Seeing that Aaron was very emotional because that was, the Aaron that I was a huge fan of, and that song already meant a lot. I got teary-eyed listening to Nick's song and teary-eyed reading posts and just teary-eyed about, whatever. I've been sad, I've been angry, whatever. But I have not done this until watching that Recovery video, and now I can't stop. And I know to some, I'm sure, really? People that don't like me are like, oh my God, you're a hater. You're so fake. But my original comment's probably still on there, and I probably commented on it a bunch of times. Whoa, hello, Albus. But I just haven't listened to that song in a long time. It just hit me. I think about the Aaron that I was a fan of, thinking if he had his shit together, he would be here. I wouldn't have made all those videos, and here I am making another one. Fuck, man. Really, Albus? Really? Really? Anyways, I'm a mess. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Hopefully I can record this video without crying. Oh my God. But, I don't know. God, that song is so heavy. I would have been bawling like a baby if I was there, because, oh God, I love that song. I look like a mess, though, so I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go from this. My video will continue, but, oh my God, why am I a mess? A lot of things hit me. I'm gonna go.
I just couldn't hold it in. Not only do the lyrics hit me so hard, and I just love that song already. I mean, my comments are still there from 5 and 3 years ago, and I am not reading those 2 replies because I can only imagine what they say. I don't know why I compared his voice to Nick. I don't know. I was young, sorry. But I meant it. I love that song. I still do. And I like Fool's Gold, but it made me fucking emotional because seeing him perform that, you can see the passion in his eyes and in his voice. I think that's why he sounded so good there. I cried for an hour after that, on and off. I don't know why. I couldn't fucking help it. It was weird. Because then I felt like guilt and we're not going to do this. Nope. We're moving on. Okay. And Nick came out and performed his new song, Hurts to Love You. And that was very emotional. I didn't cry, but I felt it in my soul, you know what I mean? Like, or my heart. I was like, oh man, because he cried, you know, he was obviously broke down, was crying. AJ's speech was amazing. I love AJ so much. And I loved his shirt too. I'm just saying. I'm a ray of fucking sunshine. And then Backstreet Boys, Nick came up on stage with Lance and Jeff, and they sang a song. They sang a couple Backstreet Boys songs. At the end, Nick did a little speech. They all performed Imagine by John Lennon. It was a really awesome benefit from what I saw. And I think that's amazing that they raised that much money. And I think I read somewhere they did something for Prince as well, Aaron's son, but I can't remember. So going back to Mama Jane's post about Melanie and me weren't invited, I am so glad they were not invited and we're not there. Could you imagine the way Jane has been going off on Facebook? And I mean, the things Melanie has been doing too, like Melanie being Melanie, looking for that fame, and God knows what Melanie is doing behind the scenes and what Jane is doing behind the scenes that no one knows about. And yes, while everyone grieves differently, look at the way Jane and Melanie are grieving versus Angel and Nick. Clearly, there's a reason why Melanie and Jane did not get the invite. While they pay honor and raise money and educate people on mental illness and addiction, Jane is talking mad shit and Mel's being shady as hell and going to New York with Check the Star. They would have just brought so much drama and negativity. Who knows what else? So I'm glad they did not go because that event looked like it went really, really well. I'm very glad that they had it, and I'm glad that they were able to raise that much money. That's amazing. Children especially, I mean, everyone does. But children especially, you know, trauma, things from your childhood, it still affects you as an adult. And I hate when people say, you gotta let that shit go. It was the past. No, bro, trauma is trauma, especially childhood trauma. It has a big impact in your adulthood. It has an impact on you growing up, which is why people turn to drugs and alcohol. So I'm glad that they did all that. My one friend and I that I met online, but she's like one of my best fucking friends. I love her. We were like, oh, if we weren't in PA and we could go out there, you know, that'd be dope. But it was fun watching it online. Anyways, I really hope that Jane calms down. It's not going to help anyone. She's going to make her look bad. It's going to push her kids away even more. And obviously, it's putting a lot on Nick and Angel. Like, they don't need that right now. I get it. Jane is grieving. She lost her son, another child. But Nick and Angel are also grieving because they lost a second sibling. And Nick was already blamed for Leslie's, and now he's being blamed for Aaron's. Like, come on, man. I'm glad that, you know, the event went well, and hopefully everything else goes well and turns around, you know, because they're already going through a lot. They don't need any more. Oh, I saw something on YouTube. It was a reel. Someone posted of Aaron in a bathtub blowing bubbles or whatever. It was from like last year or something. His hair was longer. But they said his last video before he died, and it makes it look like he's drowning. That was fucked up. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to laugh at that. I mean, you know, he was found in a bathtub, and you know that's not his last video. So why are you saying that? That was messed up. I'm not going to post it on here, but ew. But so many people are like, just let him rest in peace. Don't talk about it. Of course, there's a way to talk about it and a bad way to talk about it. I really didn't want to have to make another video, but it's hard because Aaron's story still isn't over. Like, Nick and Angel are trying to, you know, honor him in a good way. And then you have Jane that's not honoring him in a good way. Like, yeah, you can say how much you love him. My baby boy's gone. My baby boy, I love him. I love him. But that is not the way to do it. And like I said, sober Aaron would not like that. Guarantee it. But anyways, I don't know how to end this. So I guess let me know your opinions on everything. I don't know. I'm so awkward. I don't know how to end this one. Again, rest in peace, Aaron. Sorry that I was critical of you the last few years, but if you're here and if you see me and hear me, if you're looking down or whatever, then you know. You saw me crying like a baby, so. Whoa. That was fucking weird. Hold up. Oh my God. Oh, I just got this crazy, like, cool breeze. That's why I was like, I gotta check to make sure. Whoa, that was weird as hell. I have a paper here for a video idea, and it even, like, moved a little bit. There's no, okay, officially freaked out. That was crazy. Holy balls. Okay. I am officially freaked out, so I'm gonna go. So let me know your opinions on everything. Let me know in the comments or to, oh my God, I keep feeling weird. Like a goosebump. Okay. You can't see. It's not. Oh my God. Okay. That is so weird. Oh my God. So if you have any video ideas for me, let me know in the comments or tweet me or something. I am so freaked out right now. I have chills. I need to get out of this room. If you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the whole entire world to me. Follow me on social media. We can be friends, and Lord knows I need friends because I'm a loser and I have no friends. So be my friend. And I'm going to try to start posting on Twitter and Instagram more. I've been posting kind of a lot on Snapchat, but I need to get back on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, that's the actual air. My vent just came on, so I know for a fact that those cool airs were not that because this is warm air and it literally just turned on. Oh my God. I'm out like a boner in sweatpants, a very creeped out, goosebumpy boner in sweatpants. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye. By the way, I'm not saying that was Aaron's ghost or anything like that. Not at all. It creeped me out for sure. It was weird, but I swear our house is haunted. We have had really weird experiences here that are just totally unexplainable. So who knows? It could have been the lady who passed away that lived here previously just messing with me. Or maybe it was nothing. I don't know. I couldn't explain what the breeze or whatever was, but before anyone is like, wow, she's dramatic or wow, she's faking, she's trying to pretend that's Aaron's ghost. No, obviously not. We just have really weird experiences in our house in general, so. And that's not the first time that has happened while I was filming a video, but I usually don't add it in there. But that was very strange, and I genuinely couldn't explain that, so. Calm down, not saying it was Aaron. Hey. No. Also, I look real gross without makeup. Ooh.